What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy. Excuse me. Let's rewind. What's up, everybody? It's him, your boy, Triple R, ravishing Ricky Ramone, and I'm your boy.
Tantalizing Tony, you already know what it is.
Yes. So listen, we all know what's going on with the releases, but before we get started, people ask me about the background. Tony, why is Braun Strowman in the background? Listen, it's called getting the channel noticed. It's not a lie. If you look at the thumbnail, if you look at the thumbnail, it says WWE releases former world champion. That's true. Now, I know Braun Strowman's on the picture, but Braun Strowman was released before. Yes. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
Yep.
Wink, wink. Okay? Anyway, before we do what we're going to do, let's get some more people in the chat. It's 10 people right now. Please sound off of here. Mir's here. The Messiah's here.
Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. It seems like everybody's watching Impact tonight. So.
Jen's here. Tony's here. Ding, ding.
What's up, Tony?
Okay, some more people coming. That's good. That's good. So look, guys, once again, if you see this thumbnail, relax. Hello, Lorraine.
Calm down.
Braun Strowman was not released. What's up? It's different. But if you read the caption, it says WWE releases former world champion. Now, that's true. We know that's Dolph Ziggler. But we also know that Braun Strowman was released before. Listen, guys, technically, is it clickbait? Okay, maybe, yeah. But guess what?
It's just basically the picture that's going with the definition of what you're saying. You chose him to say this is prime example of somebody that got released before that was a world champion. And
listen. I'm trying to create buzz here, guys. So maybe did I tell a little fib? Depends who you talk to. Okay? Depends who you talk to. But if you want to be technical, 2.5 years ago, Braun Strowman was released, and he is a world champion. And a world champion was released today. So technically, it's not a lie.
That's right. Dolph Ziggler.
Prove me wrong. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Fooling people, that's wrong, homie. It's not wrong. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm going to keep this 100. And I love you, Cesar. I love everybody, but let's keep this 100. If you go to every YouTube channel and look at their title and look at their thumbnail, it's always a little elusive. It's always a little clickbaity. Okay, so for one time, I do something and now I'm catching heat. Come on, guys, it's wrestling, okay? It's me throwing a swerve on you. But since we're having a problem, see what this is we're going to do, guys, because I knew this was going to happen. So this is what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take Braun Strowman off, right?
This is what we do here. See that?
See? I'm going to take it off, and this is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to get the picture of Dolph Ziggler for you guys because everybody's going to give me a heart attack. Oh, my God, Tony, what are you doing? You're not being sincere. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
This channel's full of people, so we're going to do, as the people, please. We don't want to get anybody upset.
Wow, look at who made this picture. Who made this? I guess this is not. That's from the internet. That's not real, but it's okay. Well, let's get a good one. We'll just put, there we go. We'll put that one up. No, I like this one better. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't like that one. We're gonna put, there we go.
We'll put that one. There we go.
We'll put that one. I'm going to go back to the thumbnail. Here we go. I'm going to paste it here. And then this is what I do, guys. This is what takes me so long. Okay. So now we're going to make this big, right? And then we're going to do
this is behind the scenes stuff, man, right here that we're doing.
Edit the photo, background remove. Here we go, blah, blah, blah.
You're getting more than what you thought you was going to get here tonight, right?
Now I got to save this link. Let's copy the link. Boom, download. Okay, so now I've got to go to YouTube, and now I've got to change it. So here we go here. Here we go. Let's find where the thumbnail is. Where's the thumbnail? There's the thumbnail, guys. Let's change the thumbnail because everybody wants to give me a hard time. All right, there we go. He changed it. That's it right there. I know the number. Boom. Look at that. Dolph Ziggler. We save. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Is that it? All right, let's check it. Let's make sure it's there now, guys. Let's make sure Tony's on the up and up. Let's make sure he's not clickbaiting nobody. Hold up, everybody. Let's refresh the page. Everybody's a critic, I tell you. Let's
There
see.
we go. There we go.
There's
That's
the
it.
show, right? And there's the
That's us live.
thumbnail.
Yep.
Whatever. Okay, goodbye. All right.
We're live. Yep. We're live. Yep.
All right.
You guys happy now? Everything okay? Can we continue?
Everybody, you can't be a critic, everybody, okay?
Oh, let's
Hey, I know
that.
I know that, but I was trying to get some more people to watch. I am playing it by the rules all the time, and guess
Hold
what?
Hold on. People, honestly, bro, I'm sorry to cut you
No.
off, but I'm of course a part of this channel, and honestly, if you don't like it, you can leave. We're not here, like, we're not saying you're like, you know what I mean? This is not,
we're
we
not
don't
saying that.
clickbait here, you know.
We're not saying that you can leave. I was doing something to create some buzz. Relax, everybody. Let's get this started. Richie has something to say.
Calm down.
We have not heard anything about Adam Pearce yet. If Adam Pearce got released, that's wrong.
But
no.
we respect everybody's opinion here. It says I'm just messing with you. Yeah, this is what makes our channel. So this is what it is. Let's go.
What's up, Travis? Okay, so what do you got to say, bro? You want to start the show off a little different today, guys?
Yeah, I just wanted to start the show off by just wishing my beautiful lady Dina a happy birthday. Today is her birthday, and I just wanna and there she is. Just wish her a very happy birthday. She is a very strong woman. She's very positive. She's
No.
no.
Not you.
Braun, no, very strong.
Braun did not get released. No.
Very strong, very positive woman. Holds it down. You know, she's just a one of a kind, man. Just a beautiful soul, and she doesn't need to be praised only on one day. She should be praised every day, as I try to do, and everyone around her. So I just want to tell her happy birthday. I love you. You mean the world to me. You're the reason why I've been, grounded, and you're stronger than you think, babe. You're a very strong woman, and I love you, and just happy birthday, and I love you.
D3, I don't know if you're watching. Hopefully you are. D3, you know how I feel about you. I don't feel that way about you. Calm down. We don't know smoke. But I do love you. You are my family. You know that. I didn't wish you happy birthday because, listen, no need to, because I knew this was going to happen tonight. Many more 21 suits you fine. Look great at 21 years old. You're beautiful. Real talk, all joke aside, this dude would probably be somewhere else if he wasn't around. So congrats to you for holding this guy down. And he's a good man because of you. So we love you, D3, just so you know. Respect and love. Look at that right there. Right, this is my favorite right there. That's it. Right. Look at you. You're very strong.
I've been in the business for about 2.5 weeks, so
you never been in the business anyway. Oh wait, I didn't put these. Hold on, wait, I missed this one. There we go.
Dana Brooke. Oh yeah, that was at the that was a Sweet 16, Gia Sweet 16.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's
Dana Brooke made an appearance as well.
Dana Brooke came to the Sweet 16. That's awesome. Anyway,
all right. So
speaking of Dana Brooke, look, we're not gonna start from the bottom. We're gonna start from the top. In case you didn't know what happened today, okay?
Oh, I have some news too that I don't know if you reported it or said anything about it, but we'll talk about it.
Okay. Sorry. In case you were under a rock in the wrestling world, in case you weren't on the internet, on the Twitter machine, in case you don't listen to Sean Ross Sapp, ladies and gentlemen, the WWE dropped the hammer, dropped the axe, hit people with the 2x4 like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, hit him with the sledgehammer like Triple H. Guys, people have been axed. And the biggest shock, but it wasn't for me because I called this. People like, no way. I'm saying, y'all, I'm telling you.
I remember.
He's 42. He's getting up there, hasn't been on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, Dolph Ziggler has been released. The former two-time world champion. Maybe one of the best cash-ins in the history of wrestling.
This guy right here, Dolph Ziggler, is so disappointing to see what he became because
Not true.
of
Not true.
no. Hold on. I'm not saying like this guy could have been one of the top dudes, one of the best champion, not greatest champion maybe, but one of the most memorable champions. You know what I'm saying in history, and he became just like putting people over and having little runs here and there, but it wasn't nothing like he should have been. And then they would just not use it. To me, he wasn't getting booked the right way. He could have been so much better and more on TV and in storylines than he was, and what we got from him, basically.
See, I will say this. I will say that Dolph Ziggler was great, is great, excuse me.
Yeah, nothing takes away from his talent, of course not.
But he did have some injury issues. He had some concussion issues early in his career, back in 2011 when he beat Alberto Del Rio, in one of in my opinion, the best cash in to me, even better than Seth's. To me, I think it was
that was a great pop.
I was there. It was a great pop. But look, as sad as it is to see, and what's up, Graves? Thanks for having me on your show tonight. As sad as it is, and Graves, if you're available, let me know. As sad as it is that Dolph Ziggler has been released, he's gonna be fine, guys. I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. I'm pretty sure he saved his money. He's also a stand-up comedian. He does a lot of things. Guys, the independent scene is booming right now. Booming. Dolph Ziggler will be fine. Trust me. Richard says it. I think Dolph's injuries early on caused management to convince not to trust him, and I think that was the case too. Yeah, and Big E thanked him today. Big E rolled with him for a while, him and AJ. So Big E a world champion too, you know? So anybody that Dolph Ziggler touched, they turned to gold. And once again, Graves, I sent you an invite in case you want to jump in. It's up to you. But look, guys, it is what it is. We knew that the releases were coming. And he's right. Just because they don't mean they're done. That's true.
I'll just say this. Well, we'll go ahead. I'm not going to mention it now.
Husky, say what? Never mind. So look, guys, he's a vet. This is not the last we see of Dolph Ziggler. Let's ask the question: is Dolph Ziggler a Hall of Famer? 100%. First ballot, yes.
Yeah, I would say he is.
World champion, IC champion, tag team champion, triple crown. Never got the Grand Slam, but triple crown. So there you go.
I'm on the boat right now. I apologize.
Will we see this?
Most likely.
We will see. And look at how we segued into that. Had that ready for you guys. Come on, guys. Come on.
Yep.
It's different. Let's go. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat, man. You are a super chat superstar.
Those Bella twins, huh? The Bella twins have something to do with Ziggler?
Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. As you know, we always like to thank you for the super chats.
I'm Magnificent Mikey, and thank you for the super chat, baby. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Thank you so much. It's different 32 for the super chat. Guys, if you think that your money doesn't go to a good place, it does. Look at this beautiful confetti graphics. Cost me $1.99 for this, okay?
Nice, man.
Bro, I spare no expense, my friend. Zero.
Yep. Sponsored by Carvel's.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yes, let's keep it moving. And people call this a shocker. I do not. This man is 48 years old. Hasn't wrestled in a while. Has not been relevant since the Hurt Business. I like Shelton Benjamin, but sorry to see him go. But I wish you well on your future endeavors, Mr. Benjamin.
Yeah, here comes Swerve Strickland's backup. Why are you looking at me like that?
Okay. So Shelton Benjamin came up with the same class of OVW with Randy Orton, Batista, John Cena, and some guy named Brock Lesnar.
Whoever that is.
You know, somebody. Great amateur wrestler, great collegiate wrestler, part of the world's greatest tag team, Team Angle. Guys.
Intercontinental champion.
Yeah. Tag team
had
champion.
banger matches with Jericho, a banger match with Maven. You know, I mean,
Shawn
Michaels, that super kick off that. One of the greatest moments of all time right there.
Yes, it's different. 48, black don't crack. I'm 55.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will say this.
This guy looks like he's going to college right now.
That is true. I will say this is that they missed a lot. They missed a lot of potential matches with Shelton Benjamin. You know, Chad Gable. They were together for a little while. They could have redid the Team Angle thing. They could have done a lot of things, man, with him. I agree. Impact should pick him up. I think he could end his career there, then come back and go into the Hall of Fame. And if you're here for the first time, hit the likes, please. In case you didn't know, we're talking about the WWE releases today. And I acknowledge your tribal chief, by the way. But Shelton Benjamin gone. Let me ask you, Ricky, what do you think about Shelton Benjamin getting released? Honestly.
I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. I mean, we know what the guy's done. We know his credentials. We know his resume. But I think, you know, this might be good for him because later in his, you know, he's older now and he can explore other options that he hasn't explored before. You know, so he go to Impact, he maybe go to AEW, do something in the independents. Maybe he doesn't wrestle. Maybe he just falls back and enjoys his life because he's been in this business for what, 20 years, 25 years about. So, you know, you want to just rest up and maybe he's like, you know, but he can still go and he's in great shape. He's had limited injuries. I don't think he's ever had an injury.
No, he has been injured. He was injured right before he came back for this last run because they had to push back. But other than that, I don't think too many.
Yeah, he's very durable. So if you need somebody like that on your roster, which anybody would, they're gonna bring him in with open arms. So you know that all these people are already getting offers from everywhere. You know, the Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, all that's gonna. You could create a whole invasion angle in AEW, like with, you know what I mean? Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, putting certain people together, putting Emma with them, putting Madcap together, and have them coming out on some invasion stuff, like they're on their own agenda. You know what I mean? And I mean, I think it's something different for them. But go ahead.
Invasion angle is different, is what you're saying.
Not saying, not like, well, for AEW it is. Yes.
I definitely can see. Look,
they had a pay-per-view called Invasion. I know.
Listen, I can say this. They just gave Eddie Kingston the Ring of Honor World title.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Anyway, Shelton Benjamin could be champion. Okay,
I'm just saying, but good for Eddie Kingston. He's worked hard his whole career. He's put people over. He's made people stars. And, you know, it is true what he said. People did go off to WWE and become big names. So he did train the best.
Why do you think he didn't?
What?
Like, look. Here's the thing. I don't know.
He's getting his cut. He's getting a cut from everyone.
No, wait. I don't know Eddie Kingston. I don't know his character. I don't know this guy. But there's no secret that he's been a little upset that everybody left him. Well, they all got signed. Why didn't he?
He doesn't have the look.
Well, Damian Priest didn't have the look either. Did he? And what did
Eddie
Damian
Kingston,
Priest do?
Eddie Kingston. I'll see Eddie Kingston by the store or the bodega when I go get a sandwich. That's the look Eddie Kingston got, the street look.
What did Damian Priest do?
He got in shape. He did his thing. Punishment. He was. I know. But
Eddie Kingston's a decent wrestler, and you're right. He doesn't have the look. If a job told you, hey, we're gonna pay you $100,000 a year, right? But your hair is too long, are you gonna cut it?
Yeah.
All right then. So maybe he had some offers. Maybe they told him to lose 30 pounds.
But you know what it is too. It's not only that though, and I'm gonna tell you this too. And I know you're gonna agree with me 100%. It's all about your mannerisms too. You can't just come out and just have a certain walk. It's like things have to resonate with people. Like as you're a performer, those little things matter. And people might think I'm crazy, but those little things matter. Moxley coming to the ring, how people come out, their interests, that just your mannerism, your facial expressions, all that stuff. I'm not saying Eddie Kingston doesn't have his facial expressions and all that, but I think like it's just sometimes his mannerism are not. I don't know. It's just weird. It just doesn't resonate. You know what I mean? And I think, you have to have all of that down pat to resonate with everybody and become a star.
My point is this. Shelton Benjamin goes to AEW or Ring of Honor. He could be a world champion because Eddie Kingston did it. Let's move on. Another release today that people were shocked about. I wasn't, because he wasn't even under contract anymore. WWE means walk with everyone else because he's out of there. Okay? I'm just saying.
I know, but at least he's gone. I wonder what happened with Ezekiel.
Hold on. Vince saw the Shane twins years ago, told them to lose weight. He saw them 6 months later, told them to give them a contract because they listened and lost 40 pounds each. There it is. So look, it happens. It was also that's not true. We haven't heard that yet. That was the buzz a couple of days ago, but we'll see. It was also named today that not only was Elias released, so was Ezekiel.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's out of there, bro.
That's crazy. That they could probably get a suit over that because it's like, because we're brothers, you're gonna release both. That's crazy, man. It is what it is, man.
Hey, Sean's View. Listen, bro. If you inbox me your email address, I love to get your take on the brash, the brazen, and everything you got to say. If you don't follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Tantalize and Tony, Instagram, Tantalize and Tony. Inbox me your email address. I'll send you an invite. I'd love to get your take on a couple segments. If you want to jump in, bro, you let me know. Tantalize and Tony on all platforms. Just message me, inbox me. Come on in and give your take. The brass, the brazen, the unapologetic. Sean's View, everybody. Check out Sean's View, everybody. He's awesome.
Dictate, migrate.
From the dirt sheets, from everybody in between, the news, the rumors. This is what's being said. This is the word on the street. Okay? If you want all the best news on all the social media platforms, come to Sean's View for the brash, the brazen, unapologetic. And that's right. This is Elias. I respect Sean's View. I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mets champ, what's up, man? Salute to you. Even though I'm a Yankee fan, we still New York, baby. So respect to you. We both sucked this year. Congratulations to the basement.
Neither one of them made the playoffs. The Yankees haven't made the playoffs. Has always made the playoffs.
Just don't worry about
make
it.
the playoffs. Worry about it.
Anyway, back to Elias. Listen, Elias had a good run. Came from NXT. The guy got 2 crappy gimmicks over.
Mm-hmm.
And like Anthony Blackwell said on Grave Show, the game is walking papers. Hello, Stephen Chambers. We love you, brother. But
what's up, Chambers?
My thing with Elias is he's a tough cookie to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So where would he go? Would anybody want him? Would he be better on the independent scene? Tough one there.
I think he goes to Impact. He got an Impact character. You see him coming in attacking Bully Ray. So,
the greatest thing he said was the Supersonics line. I'm not familiar with that. Boogs and Elias together as a tag team. Cheech and Chung. Nice. All right, guys. This one right here. No surprise.
He confirmed it before they did.
He's been trying to get out of this contract for 2 years, since 2021. He was not happy. He didn't like creative. He didn't like the way he was treated. So let him go. I have no sympathy for the guy. Look, I personally think they were making this guy happy by giving him NXT title opportunities. He was on TV every week. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll check it right now, Sean. So
here's the newest member of the Don Callis family, right? This is how they bring him in. Don Callis is going to recruit him from the free agency market, and yep, him and Guevara are going to be a team under the Don Callis family.
Listen, I don't know where he's going to go, but I will say this. He's a talented wrestler. He's incredible. You can say what you want to say about this guy. Listen, they gave him a crappy retribution gimmick. He worked with it. I like Ali. I hope he does good wherever he goes. He deserves it. I give him a lot of credit for leaving a big company. It's not easy, guys. He left a major company. You know, what else can you say?
Yeah, he's done, is what they say.
Well say it again.
He's done. So,
hey, listen, it is what it is. Sean, I'm actually sending you a invite right now as I type.
Is Sean coming in? Is Sean coming in?
He is. We're gonna get his take out. Sean's view. Give me a second, guys. I'm actually typing.
This channel's about to get brash. This channel's about to get brazen. We're about to get crazy in here in a few seconds, guys. Get ready. First time ever tonight. You're in the presence of history tonight. You're watching history unfold tonight.
All right, here we go. Sean, the invite has been sent. Jump in whenever you want to, guys. In case you're not familiar with Sean's view, I will bring up his channel for you guys so you guys could check it out real quick. Give me 1 second, and I will send it to you. Let you guys see this. Here we go. This is Sean's right now. He has a lot of breaking news. Breaking news for you guys. I actually bit off his show with a little bit of a parody. He laughed. He thought it was funny. I had Michael coming on doing breaking news for you guys. Sorry. Let's refresh this. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Copy, and let's paste it here. This is his channel right here, guys. He does a lot of breaking news. He has 133,000 subscribers. He has 86.5 million views. He has over 10,000 videos. So in the last 30 days, he has 64 videos with over 662,000 views. So
nice.
Say what you want to say about the dude. The dude's consistent and whatever. You know, so hopefully he comes in. I sent him the invite. Make sure you got it. And I want him to do his whole spiel. In the meantime, let's move it along. But yeah, let me ask you a question about Ali. Do you think he'll be successful somewhere else?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I think his good landing spot is AEW. I know everything's going to probably be AEW, but he would be perfect in AEW because I could see him possibly getting that international title somehow, you know?
There you go. All right, guys, listen up. We don't usually do this, but we got the brash, the brazen for the first time ever. But yes, for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, Sean's view. Let's go. What's up?
What is going on, my man? The Tantalizing One live and in living color. What is going on, man, on a very sad, depressive day if you're a WWE fan, though?
Yo, give him your whole spiel how you do, man. Give me your spiel. I love it. I love it.
Let's hear it, brother. Let's go.
And welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube's history. This is the dynamic Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Here to fill you in on the latest, the greatest, the hottest, the newest, the most in-depth, the most thorough, the most detailed. Nobody gives it like Sean's View Entertainment. Breaking news live.
Wow. Did he say the magic words, guys? Did he say... We got breaking news here for you guys. Once again, guys, Dolph Ziggler. Sean, give me your view on Dolph Ziggler being released.
Man, I'll tell you what, everything that Dolph Ziggler's accomplished, the rug seemed to always be pulled from underneath him, from championships to main events to winning the Money in the Bank. I mean, this guy had historic feuds with the likes of John Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton. I mean, the list goes on. And to Sean's View Entertainment, personally, I was actually shocked. I mean, some people might say, oh, we saw this coming, but the guy's a multi-time world champion. The guy is a legitimate headliner, and again, completely underutilized. And he should have been a world champion not only more times, but he should have held the title a hell of a lot longer than what the WWE gave him. Now I know he suffered injuries and a lot of different things that derailed him. I get that, but I mean, the guy's been in there for over 15 years. The guy should have been The guy should have been a main eventer at WrestleMania. Let's just call a spade a spade. The guy should have main evented at least one WrestleMania. Instead, what do they do the next night on Raw after WrestleMania? He cashes on Del Rio. And in my opinion, Ziggler, for my estimation, had the greatest cash-in history.
Agreed. Everybody says it was Seth. I'm sorry.
No.
If you were in Jersey the day after WrestleMania, when that music hit, I'm here to show the world.
The place went nuts, bro. You ain't gonna, bro. Just the magnitude and the reaction. I've never heard a reaction like that for a cash-in. Never.
That was one of the greatest cash-ins, if not the greatest cash-in of all time.
It was number one at the top of the list.
Agreed. I'm going to be inviting Anthony Blackwell in a second, but I want to get your take on this right here, Mr. Shelton Benjamin. Sean, what do you say about Shelton Benjamin?
Man, I'll tell you what. Here's another guy that should have been at least a one-time world champion. Ziggler at least was. Shelton Benjamin should have, and I thought the WWE were going to put back together the Hurt Business, but what I'm hearing is that there's going to be a new version of the Hurt Business. Now that Benjamin is out of it, I'll tell you one thing, and again, I don't want no one to be released. I don't want to see anyone lose their job. But how the hell does Cedric Alexander still have his job?
I will say this. Cedric Alexander he's a good hand.
No, he is. And I'm just surprised with the way he's been underutilized. I'm surprised that they still. And what about Matt Riddle? How the hell did Matt Riddle stay on the damn roster with everything he's got going on trouble-wise?
That could be true as well. But I will say this about Cedric Alexander. He's young. He's not 48. The thing with Shelton Benjamin, he's 40 years old. So look, guys, it's a jam-packed panel. Sean, don't go anywhere. We got my man Anthony Blackwell Jr. Everybody wants to get a take on this. What's up there, Blackwell?
Not much, man. Crazy news coming out of here.
Listen, Sean's View. I'm going to say this. Look, let's keep this 100 because the internet doesn't lie. Okay.
Never. I've never heard the internet lie ever.
No. What I'm saying is it doesn't go. What I'm saying is everything stays on the internet. You know what I meant. Look, everybody, if you watch anybody on wrestling, everybody knows Sean's View, past, whatever. Everybody has a past. I don't judge people on past. I judge the guy. He's successful no matter what you guys think about it. He has 133,000 subscribers. No matter if you guys agree with his content or not, it's content that people watch.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's a wrestling business. Everything is shtick anyway, right?
Exactly. Listen, just because CM Punk's coming back every week, it doesn't matter, guys. Listen, he's getting the views, and I'm not going to lie to you. This is the wrestling business. If Sean's View gets me a bump, I'm going to use the bump. I'm no dummy. I'm a veteran of this business, and I got respect for Sean. I did the parody. He took it like a man. I have my kid doing breaking news for you guys. So I like Sean's View. I like his take. I don't care what happened with other people from back in the day.
He's self-aware. He's self-aware.
Exactly. So people, I know I'm gonna get shit. You had Sean's View. I don't like that guy. Well, guess what? People don't like me either. So guess what? F you. People hate Blackwell. People hate Ricky. Only people everybody like is Anthony Graves. Everybody loves that kid.
Actually, to be honest, everyone hates Anthony Blackwell, but everyone loves ABJ.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
There's a
true.
difference there, yeah.
So, we talked about this earlier, Blackwell. And Sean, I don't know how much time you have, but stay as long as you can.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here, bro. I got time. I got a few minutes. I got a few
CM
moments.
Punk gets a bottle of milk from the corner store. You're gonna break that news. You let us know. But listen, Blackwell, what do you think about Shelton and Dolph Ziggler leaving? You said it earlier, but say it on this show.
Oh, I think before they sign any major TV deals, if that's even an option for them, I think they should definitely go work the indie scene. I think there's a lot of people on the indie scene right now licking their lips to get a Shelton Benjamin and Dolph Ziggler match. Thomas Akers blocking my beautiful face right now. But no, I think there's a lot of people out there right now who are saying, man, how do I get a match with Shelton Benjamin? How can a local promotion bring in a Shelton Benjamin or Dolph Ziggler? I said it earlier, man. Jordan Oliver, Dolph Ziggler. Let's make that match happen.
That's money right there. That's money. We talked about Ali. We knew this was coming. He's been trying to get away for years. He got his wish. I wish him well in his future endeavors. He's going to do great. Sean, I want to get your take. I'm going to do this order. We'll go Sean, we'll go Black, we'll go Ricky. I want to get your take on Emma, a.k.a. Tenille Dashwood. What do you think about this girl?
I think she always had the tools to get the job done, but I just felt the creative just wasn't right for her. I mean, remember when she came in? I think she did her best work in NXT with the whole. Remember this gimmick? Remember?
Yeah.
Coming in
I
with
do.
this? She had the whole theme song go. I thought that was, when she was in her better days, and she came back, and lo and behold, I thought she was going to be positioned the hell of, especially with Triple H running things. That's Triple H's baby, NXT. We know how much he loves it, and ramps it up and talks it up. But I was actually kind of surprised by her even though she wasn't been used lately, I was still a little bit, conflicted with it. I didn't agree with that. I thought she could have been used a hell of a lot better. So I was a little shocked. Not as shocked as Ziggler getting released, but I was still like, wow, really? You're releasing her?
Before I let Ricky give his take, I will say this in case you guys didn't know. In the chat, you guys know I'm right. Who called Ziggler a week ago? It was me. I knew Ziggler was gone. I had some inside information, guys. Ricky, what do you think about Tenille?
I think she's going to be doing better out of WWE. They wasn't using her right, like Sean said, and she hasn't been on TV for a while. And she's a good talent. She could be pushed. She could be a champion, and they're just not using her. And there's a lot of people that they just don't use sometimes. So, I think she's going to be better outside of WWE. I wish her nothing but the best, and we'll see her possibly back in what's that, Impact that she was in before. So yeah.
Mr. Blackwell.
When they brought her in, I didn't really. I'm nothing against her or her talent, but I didn't have high expectations. A lot of the people they brought in, I was kind of like, let's see if they actually do anything with it. And then a couple weeks passed, and WWE did WWE things where they just kind of focus all their storylines on two major stories on each brand, and then everybody else kind of went to the waivers. It sucks that they lose the money, but I think from a creative standpoint and a work rate standpoint, I think sometimes these releases are best what's best for them, because now they can go and shop the market, and they can go and work the scenes and show their work ethic and make big things happen. I mean, we talked about it on Graves' channel. Matt Cardona is the blueprint. You know what I mean? That guy showed that you can make one of these firings and make one of these releases the biggest thing in your career. Got people on the independent scene are making just as much money, if not more, on the independent scene with a high work rate and high work ethic than they would if they were sitting in catering in WWE. It's just sometimes it's a better business move. It just comes down to Tenille if she wants to put that work in, or if she wants to jump back into another contract and maybe be a second, third-rate player at Impact Wrestling, or does she want to go somewhere else and make herself an A-list celebrity in the world of independent wrestling?
I totally agree with everything you said. It's so hard to listen to everything you say because you have so much knowledge in the business. No joke, I'm not trying to be funny. It's a lot to take in. Let me just say this. It doesn't bother me either way. I'm going to keep it simple. I like her, but the Emma character never caught on with me. I get what Sean was saying with the boop, 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 boop. It was cute, but other than that, it was gimmicky. And I was, when she came back, it wasn't a big pop. You don't get a big pop when you come back. You're not going to go far. I knew she'd be released I don't even think we should really go this much into Riddick Moss. I think he's good, but when she was gone, he was gone with her. But I did want to say this.
Package deal. That's a package deal right there.
There you go. And look, Kira's in shock right now because I don't know if I'm Sean, you're very well aware of the producer Kira, aren't you?
I am, yes. I've seen her showcase a couple times, yeah.
She showcased pretty much. Look, she's very shocked right now that you're in the chat right now. I brought her in. She's not camera ready. She's doing her hair. You know, black girls, they don't want their hair to be touched or be mashed up. But she's looking right now, so she wanted to give you the thumbs up, right? And here she is. There you go.
Appreciate, respect.
Kira, I don't know if you heard, Sean broke new news. Kira's the newest member of the Judgment Day.
Wait. Is it breaking news?
Breaking news. Kira, the newest member of the Judgment Day.
What? My daughter?
Your daughter.
I'm paid. Thank you. Guys, in case you're new to the channel, I am the one and only YouTube champ. I might have the most subscribers, but I got the most titles, guys. If you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. You got the Brash, the Brazen, everybody likes ABJ, Triple on House, Tail Eyes and Tony, the Quad Squad, doing our thing. All you need is
Quad Squad.
We can have a party.
Yeah.
All right.
Busting out the hammocks, baby.
Christmas. All right. Here's one we knew it was going to happen, but it's a shame.
Oh, there's another release actually in real life. There's an actual release coming on right now. Out of.
Is it breaking news?
Oh, this is real.
Go, Sean. You break it.
All right. So out of NXT, just coming across my desk right now. I don't even know who the hell this is, but I feel bad because, you know, you're losing a job, you're losing money. But from NXT, Brooklyn Barlow took to her Twitter and stated that she is now released from the company.
No,
that's the Brooklyn Brawler's niece, right?
Is it for real?
No, I have no idea. That's what it sounds like.
Brooklyn Barlow.
Yeah, I don't know. She's a blonde and she's pretty hot, but she's going.
Brooklyn Barlow. Okay, you know what? Here we go. I have her picture right here. We had a crack staff here, guys, at the Tail Eyes and Tony Wrestling Show. We got a great producer, and I know how to click the buttons too. So here we go. This is her right here, everybody. Boom. This is her right here, and it's coming up and seen.
Yep, there she is.
Okay. Yep. How about that one girl who Alexis Gray said she wasn't released, and then she ended up finding out she really was? Like she was like, I guess there was a mix-up, and they released it online that she was released from the company, and then they turned around and she was like, I was never told I was released, and then they were like, no, you really are. Like that's how she found out.
That's awful.
Wow. Let's talk about Aliyah, guys. Aliyah. Richie, start Aliyah off, bro.
Doesn't make it. I'm not affected by it at all.
Oh, alrighty then. Black, what do you think about this young lady?
I think the writing was on the wall for her when she was removed while she was healthy from a main event spot at Elimination Chamber. I think that was the beginning of the end for her, where I think they gave up hope on her.
Sean?
You know, I think it was a lot of. I think this girl really has what it takes. It's just a lot of missed opportunities, and I think creative again. I don't know. I was a fan of this girl. Now, I mean, I wasn't shocked that she was released. I'm just shocked that she wasn't better utilized. Because I mean, at one point she was one half of the women's tag team champions at one point. Yeah. And then, that just kind of fizzled out. It just seems like, I don't think it's Aliyah's fault at all. I don't feel that this is on Aliyah. I feel that this is more on the WWE for not, again, I'm not saying she's, she was a Trish Stratus or a Lita or a Fabulous Moolah back in the day. I'm just saying that I think this girl really could have honed her craft and could have been shown a hell of a lot better and showcased a hell of a lot better, but the powers that be didn't let it happen, and lo and behold, she bit the dust. So I mean,
wasn't she the youngest signee at one point in time?
Yeah. Plus, she had the fastest match in history. She won in what was it, 17 seconds or something? She had the fastest match in history.
What was it?
She won in the fastest time.
Aliyah something.
Aliyah something. 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Now they did. Now here's something they could have ran with that. They made T-shirts, had posters out of it. And then, like I said, I don't blame Aliyah. I blame the WWE on that one.
Yeah,
I agree. Let me say this, guys. I'm going to take this one first, okay? Because look, there's a lot of things on Mr. Top Dollar. They call him Flop Dollar. They also listen when your own guy, Michael Cole, buries you on your own TV. It's like, wow. But I will say this: he's going to be okay. Once they got released the first time, he was on independent scene. They were making money. He lost a lot of weight. You got to give the guy credit. He slimmed down a lot. Mm-hmm. You might have not liked Hit Row without Swerve. Nobody really did. But I've met this guy in person. He's a really stand-up guy. He can wrestle. I think he'll be fine. It's a shame he had a botch and it cost him basically his WWE career. Could never recover from it. What do you think there, Blackwell?
Another thing that I think that hurt him too is, and this is coming from the white guy in the panel, one of the white dudes on the panel, but like, I think the days of putting black talent in ghetto style hood gimmicks is I think it's just past due. You know what I mean? I don't think it's creative anymore. I think people are smart enough to realize that it's not an angle that people are into. Like, you can still represent a culture but not represent that style of it. You know what I mean? I think it's just an overused gimmick, and as soon as Hit Row hit the market, I just think people are burnt out from it. Like, the New Day brought a new angle of representing people of color with positivity and not being that style of character where people get pigeonholed into it. The Street Profits did it in a completely different way, where it was like, oh, we're partying, but we don't have to be like the thug criminal style thing. Like, we all know what that's trying to be without being what it is. I just think that style of character and that stable idea for people of color is just kind of played out and boring. And I don't think the Hit Row ever caught on because of that.
I totally agree with you. And I will say this as a brown person. I do like when they bring up African Americans or people of color with different gimmicks. Listen, Crime Time was good back in the day. It was not a problem because the climate was different. Now, I think I don't got a problem with you being a little on the gangster side. It's fine. Look, gangster rap was killer back in the 90s.
Sure, yeah.
It's fine. But you can't put them into a stereotypical bubble where people say, oh, these guys are just hoods and that's it. And I think that's maybe been one of their holdbacks. They couldn't get over that hump because people didn't buy them. Because it was this. Here's the thing. If they were gangster, I didn't believe them as gangsters. I don't know what their gimmick was. I just knew they dressed up and they were supposed to be hip. But it was just, I think there was a little problem with creative and where they knew they were going. What do you think there, Ricky?
I agree with you. I think that what you said earlier about the botch, that really messed them up right there. But I think I could see him, like you said, going back to the independent scene. And I see possibly him joining an organization like NWA. I can see him joining them for some reason. I think he fits like a glove in there. So we got to see what happens with him. But I think he'll be all right. He'll find employment somewhere just off of him being in WWE for a while. Somebody's going to give him a shot. But I just think his time is up here. And wish him nothing but the best. And hopefully, like I said, he'll be in NWA or something like that. That's my thinking.
The Brash, the Brazen, what do you think?
Bro, I'll tell you what. I've met him too. Excellent guy, extraordinary human being. I'll say that. But, man, he was handed an awful gimmick. Terrible character. Not his fault. I'm not putting any blame on him. But the grass was not green. Now what I see out of Top Dollar is this. I see him going right to the Impact World Championship, winning the TNA title and seeing a main eventer. And I think they could make this guy a legit, credible contender and champion. I really do.
Speaking of Impact Wrestling, breaking news. Speedball Mike Bailey will take on October 21st live on pay-per-view in Chicago, Will Ospreay.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a match.
Speedball Mike Bailey versus Will Ospreay.
That's money.
That is money. Great. Thank you for the breaking news. Thank you so much. Let's go to Rick Boogs, guys. Rick Boogs. Look, they cut this guy's hair. You mentioned this earlier, Anthony. Let's let Sean take this one first. Anthony, you go after Sean. Ricky, you go. I'll go last. Take it.
Man, unbelievable strength, but I'll be honest, again, the character, I just could not get into it. The overall presentation, I was annoying. I was annoyed by him, to be honest with you. I just couldn't do it. I could not deal with it. I couldn't handle it. If he had a different gimmick, a different character, a different setup, maybe I would have said, all right, this guy I'm invested in. But what have I spent money to go see him in a main event match? No. And could he listen with a new gimmick, a new character, a new look? Listen, he's got a great physique. He's strong. He's got the strength. He's got the power. He's got the prowess. That's great. But at the end of the day, it's not always the strength that sells. It's your character. And this guy's character just did not work for me, bro.
Okay, great. Mr. Blackwell, what do you think about that?
I am on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. That guy was money. I think what ruined him, I think he had some Bible syndrome. I think you cut that man's hair and he became a different person. When he had that long hair and the headband and he was considered his own person and not the secondary person to a Shinsuke or the secondary person to somebody else, his 80s rock gimmick where because he could legit play too. Like WWE had an awesome opportunity to market this guy as like a very popular character, fun, lighthearted. He could have been the Orange Cassidy of WWE, and then you throw him in those Old Spice commercials. I think that guy would have been absolutely money for that company, but they just never pulled the trigger on him.
Exactly. They never did pull the trigger on him, and they were just playing. You know, he had the injury, then he came back and did nothing but be, you know, basically Shinsuke's lackey or whatever, hype man. You know what I mean? And my thinking was, I would have put him in a team. Might be crazy, but I would have put him with Braun Breaker and the tag team, and I would have had them dominate the tag division. That's how you bring Braun Breaker up and get Rick Boogs over too. That was just a thought I had. Similar looking guys, but yeah, he's definitely got talent, but they didn't use him the right way. They didn't take advantage of it or capitalize on his strengths. So he's gone, and hopefully we see him live up to his potential somewhere else.
Let me say this.
Real quick, is Ricky, is your shirt Vince as Thanos with an infinity gauntlet?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Make him big real quick.
It's the Vinfinity Wars, man.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. Jesus. Each stone is a different NDA. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Crazy.
And
go ahead. Sorry.
God. Let me say this about Rick Boogs. I was at WrestleMania when he tried to pick up both Usos and his leg tore.
Yeah, tore
very scary, very glad he's okay. I think Boogs will be fine. He's a big dude. I don't know. Listen, I know he'll kill it. He'll kill it in conventions. Kids love this guy. He's very kid friendly. Don't know where it ended up. I never really get to really check out his great wrestling. If he had a great wrestling acumen, if he could go. We never got to see that, but I think Boogs will be okay. I want to remind you guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the likes, share, the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know we're going live. You never know, guys. For the first time ever, guys, we got a bona fide star in the room. Sean's View, guys. This guy's he's the brass, the brazen. CM Punk breaking news every 45 seconds, every second on the second. So, guys, you get to see him, you get to see Triple R, you get to see Blackwell coming to retirement. The guy was under a rock for 6 months. Turned up in freaking England, and now he's back, everybody. You gotta hit the channel, the likes. You gotta hit the.
I went and had some fish and chips, some tea and crumpets, yes. and I hate the fact that I'm saying this, but it's an inside joke between our people. I had a chicken burger. I hate the fact that I just even said that. You know, real quick, do you know everything on a burger bun in the UK is a burger?
Yes.
Like the burger menu, they don't say like this is beef and this is chicken. It's just all burger. And then you pick whatever meat. It's so stupid. I hated it so much. It caused a lot of turmoil for me over there.
Right here, man.
This guy here, underutilized.
Yeah.
Not used right. This guy, Dabble Kato, Commander Azeez, whatever you want to call him. When he had Raw Underground, he was awesome. When he was Commander Azeez, he was awesome. This is a big man that could move. He looked like a menacing presence. How do you not use this guy? Like, come on, WB Creative. Look, I'm still trying to get a job with you guys, WB Creative. But I will say this. Come on, you guys. You dropped the ball on Dabble Kato. The name alone good. Dabble Kato. I don't even know what it means. But who cares? He was amazing. Oh, come on. Yabba Dabba Kato. I like that too.
Yabba Dabba
Kato.
What ruined this guy? Two people. They don't know what to do with Braun, and Braun's sitting on the shelf. And the only reason Braun's sitting on the shelf is because they're working with Omos. You can't have 14 7-foot-tall guys that loses their luster. One of them had to go. Unfortunately, it was him.
Tough, man. Sean, what do you think?
Again, a victim of creative or uncreative. I mean, this guy, how the Giant Gonzalez back in 1993 lasted longer than this guy, I'll never know, because this guy was a hell of a lot better than Giant Gonzalez was. So, I mean, again, terribly underutilized. Again, the gimmicks were all right. I'll give you that. The gimmicks were good. They were all right. But again, the WWE, again, classic pulling that rug from underneath just when you think this guy is going to reach something. The ground just falls apart. Everything just falls apart. And it's sad. And this was another one I was shocked about because I'm like, oh, they WWE, they got to get something together for this guy. Something's going to come together. And then he's released. I think it was a bad move. Like I said, he probably could be used elsewhere. I definitely see him in AEW. And at the end of the day, I hope him the best. And it shouldn't have went this way, but it did.
What do you think, there, Rick?
Yeah, I agree with Sean there. I could definitely see him in AEW. I could see this guy coming in and potentially being a henchman for somebody going against Big Bill. I think that would be good for him. But this guy wasn't utilized the right way. This guy has talent, has potential, and again, just another talent that wasn't used properly, and they're out the door. And it's just typical.
You know what's interesting as well? I wonder if other people got released that we're not aware of, because I also heard some rumors that maybe about 4 or 5, maybe 6 months ago, they signed a bunch of people back, but haven't used them yet. Like they're kind of still sitting on them, but they're under contract.
2 of them are what's his name? Razor and
they're under contract. They brought Authors of Pain, Nia Jackson. They said there might have been 2 others that were signed.
Carlito was also signed.
Yeah, and they're kind of just sitting on them.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe some of those got like, hey, just we're gonna go ahead and let you go, unless they have some ideas,
Greg Gilpin, good to see you back in the chat. I want Sean to take this. Sean, what do you see Kato going?
I see him. I see a bright future him in AEW. I think I think the future sees a lot in this guy. I mean, if again positioned correctly, the right creative, the right motives, and the right character, I think it could really all come together for him. But again, you have what it is. This Tony, this is what I think about it. It's all about the right place and the right time, and it just didn't seem to be the right place and right time for him at this moment. And it should have been, but it just wasn't.
And the right place and right time is right here on the 10 Lives of Tony Wrestling channel, here with Sean's View, Ricky Ramone, the Triple R, and of course, Anthony Blackwood Jr. Everybody loves ABJ. I was not familiar with this guy right here, Bryson Montana. Anybody know this guy?
Not sure.
All righty then. We're going to keep it moving.
Oh, no. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Guy. Shanky.
Yeah, let's come on now. You can't let this
I'm going to take this one first. I have to. Let me just say this, guys. I don't care what you say. Wrestling is entertainment, okay? It's not always about the banger matches and kicking out of 15 code reds and kicking out of 25 freaking pedigrees and kicking out of the rock bottom 45 times. This guy, Shanky, I don't care what you said. He was funny. He was entertaining. Who cares if the kid could wrestle? You need entertainment value, especially in a 3-hour show that drags sometimes. Shanky was money, not to mention
sometimes.
Not to mention he's Indian and they do the Indian tours. Why not keep this guy for house shows, for something? Come on, man. Shanky, come on.
How many guys are we talking about right now that are Indian talent that were just let go here? Maybe those Indian tours are done.
Well, listen, you got to realize Vince is not charging more. Maybe TKO says, hey, we're not spending the money on these trips, because you got to realize something. When they were doing these trips overseas, that $20 million whatever dollars was going in Vince's pocket, everybody, of course, paying for the overhead. But
I don't think international tours are done. I think more international tours are going to happen. I just don't think they're going to work with the Saudi government.
Well, or Australia, we definitely got coming up for elimination change.
I think Backlash and I think Wembley showed the wrestling community that we got to travel.
Exactly. Ricky, what do you think about Shanky, man? What about his dancing, bro?
Yeah, Shanky, man. This dude, like you said, he's just entertaining, and he was just fun to watch sometimes in a show that drags, in a show that, we might have just came out of a banger match, then you got this guy to lighten up the mood. You need that type of stuff, you know what I mean? And he's definitely going to get employed. He's definitely going to get employed somewhere, and definitely, find something. So we ain't even worried about that. So Shanky, man, he's doing it.
I agree. While Anthony talks, I muted him. Sean, take it, man.
Man, I'll tell you what. I actually see him coming back down the line, somewhere down the line, because the WWE was just Didn't they just do a tour where the Great Khali came back and they were in him and Khali were in the ring? This literally just happened a couple weeks ago. So I definitely see this man coming back, and that's all I got to say. He was a great character. He was a compelling, persona, and I no, he's coming back. I give it in the next year. He's coming back in the next year, in my opinion.
I like the Blackwell. What do you think there, Blackwell or Shanky?
Once again, I think you can only have so many 7 foot tall guys, and unfortunately, Shanky he was fun, but it's not what they were looking for.
I got you. Okay, guys, we got to all agree. I know this. We're in agreement here. I'm going to do this and show them to you. Guys, we're in agreement here. The Brash, the Brazen. These two guys, Mansoor, Monse. Listen, guys, the Maximum Man models, what happened? Creative, you dropped the ball. How did you not get you guys over? The tag team thing with 2 fingers. Come on, guys. The Brash, the Brazen, unapologetic. I want to apologize for my opinion right here, guys. Masse, Mansoor, what happened to the Maximum Man models, Sean? What happened?
Well, what happened was they became the Maximum Male models. If they would have just had the gimmick where remember during the COVID, they were coming in the ring, cutting the ropes down, trimming the ring down. I mean, they were doing all kinds of backstage antics. When they went to this gimmick, that just completely killed it. Good thing LA Knight got out because LA Knight would have been released today. I can guarantee you LA Knight would have been released today had he stood with this gimmick and this character, this persona, and this group. It wouldn't have lasted. It wouldn't have got over, and it didn't get over because you saw their stock all the way up here, and then all of a sudden they go to the male models and, well, all the way down here. And let's be honest, they didn't look too good as models either. So, there goes that too.
How dare you? How dare you, Sean? Killing me over here. Once again, I am on the other side of the spectrum here. Maximum Male models were a group that was doomed from the beginning. And these two, regardless if you put them at Max to Mixine, regardless if you put them with LA Knight, these two made this gimmick work. They were insanely talented. They were insanely over. Bro, if they could have easily done the whole, they had a whole bunch of stock photos of everyone who submitted their photos to become a Maximum Male model. They could have had so much material to roll with this. And here's my sleeper. We're all talking about Dolph. We're talking about Shelton. We're talking about Ali. We're talking about all these names. These two, if done right, go on to the independent wrestling scene and explode. A lot of big names, when everyone's doing the tweets and they're putting the reports out and saying, these people were released, this one got more push than some of the bigger names. I think people see something in the Maximum Male models with these two. And I think this is the sleeper group that you're going to see out there killing it on the independent wrestling scene.
Ricky?
This is just a hilarious gimmick, man, when you think about it. Just them coming out and doing all this, you know what I mean? Just coming out there posing. And it was a great gimmick. They were making it work. In the beginning, you could tell they were still getting used to it, but then when they got comfortable doing it and getting more comfortable in front of the camera, filming vignettes, backstage segments, promos, you saw, and then in the ring, they can go in the ring, so it wasn't a problem in the ring. The gimmick, if you was to keep pushing it and pushing it the right way, would have gotten over, and we would have been cheering the Maximum Male models right now.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I totally agree with what Ricky says. I totally agree with you, Blackwell. Sean, sorry I got to disagree with you on this one. These guys from day one had a shitty gimmick, excuse my language, and these guys made it work. The one-finger tag. Guys, like Ricky said, the posing. Look, D.L. Madden, a.k.a. Masse, the guy's a massive dude, good-looking guy, Mansoor, who must be the nerdiest model you've ever seen in the history of the world. He made this thing legit. What a missed opportunity by WWE. I agree with Blackwell. These guys should stay together and start right now on the independent scene.
You know who's killing it on the independent scene? Especially when I was in London, they were a big draw. The Singh brothers.
Yeah,
people love them on the independent scene. I can see the Maximum Male models be on that level where people just and the Singh brothers went into the match. I watched them work in for Defy. They had a banger. It was a good Kenny Omega, FTR Young Buck style tag team match, and they tore the house down. The Singh
brothers can work. They can work. And look, it's not always about working. It's about, can you get over? And I'm sorry, guys. If they'd have gave these guys the amount of time on television, we would be laughed. Look, nobody wanted the New Day. The New Day gimmick was terrible. It sucked, but they stuck with it and they made it work. These guys could have been multiple time tag team champions, man. All right, this jabroni right here. Listen, let's keep it 100. Quincy, whatever his name is, listen, I don't want people to start inboxing me. Oh my God, Tony, you're bashing. Let me just say this: I don't care what your sexual prowess is. That's your business. I didn't like him. I think he was a waste of space. That's why he's released. No disrespect. Probably nice guy in real life, but look, man, I'm sorry. He looked like Fat Albert gained 40 more pounds. I'm sorry. I'm glad he's gone. I'm not trying to be a jerk. See ya. See you later. See you when I see you. Bye. See you. Adios. See you later. Bye.
What I see, bro, when I look at this guy, what is this, what is this, 1994 Mabel? I see Mabel attire on the guy.
Yeah, bro, Mabel.
What is this, Men on a Mission? Is this Men on a Mission? Is this what we got going on here?
Men on a Mission 2.0. Basically, just what it was. And listen,
if it was Man on a Mission, they would have put Apollo Crews with him.
Hey, listen.
Wow.
Awful. Humble says, truly wishing all the talent the best. I do wish all the talent. Listen, everybody's going to be fine. Look, if you made it to the WWE or NXT, you don't have to make it. You're a name. You don't have to make it to WrestleMania. You have done something that people like me have never done, that we wish we could do. So no shade on them, but let's keep it 100. That gimmick he's got on, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm going to be the odd man out here again. He was brought in for a reason. And I just don't. I think that the reason he didn't get over shows that we're not ready for that style of character.
Not true.
On television.
I disagree. Let me take this. I disagree with you because Sonny Kiss. I love this. The Sonny Kiss is over.
Never used.
But let me take.
Never used.
He's big on independency. Maybe AEW hasn't used him. Look, Sonny Kiss and I met at I wish Kira was here at one of the events. I forgot what it was. Something in Baltimore. And I went around to him. Look, I'm a straight man. I went right to him and kissed him on the cheek. I said, Sonny, thank you for everything that you're doing for the business because people need to see people of different backgrounds coming and doing this. I love Nyla Rose. I don't care what you say about Nyla Rose, that she's transgender. Guess what? That's her choice. God bless her. I'm not going to change my gender. I'm a sexy black man. We're going to keep it that way. But if Nyla Rose wants to be a woman, God bless Nyla Rose. If Quincy wants to do the gimmick, thanks to Quincy, but Quincy didn't get over. You got to get over, and he didn't get over.
But a lot of getting over is relying on the creative to do it for you. I think Quincy goes on the independent scene and does well. I think there's a lot of shows, and I think there's a lot of showcases for independent companies. Like Effie shows are very, very big for people in the community and for characters like that. And I think Quincy's one of those people now that they're released and they're on the independent scene, they're going to make a name for themselves.
I agree. Mr. Sean, I'm going to get this one for you. I want before you get to this last one, tell me where they can find you, bro.
Sean's View Entertainment, YouTube.com, man. I'm on Twitter, Sean's View N88. You can find me all over. I mean, I got Twitter, Facebook, I got YouTube. I mean, I'm everywhere, bro. You just got to search up Sean's View N on Google, and you'll just get the whole 911 and everything else. I mean, CNN, ABC, everything.
Let me ask you a question, man. Where'd you get the brass and brazen from? Where'd you come with that?
It was just like one of those things I was doing. I mean, I've been doing this for over a decade now, but it was just one of those things. I was doing a video one day. It kind of just came to me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep using that, because it freshens up the character, the gimmick that I do, and I just stuck with it, and then it got over. I thought it was gonna be stupid and retarded, but it got over. It was good.
Steven might be able to help me out with this. Who was the college, was it football or basketball, that announcer that had a very distinctive voice? Oh my God, baby! Like you sound similar to that announcer.
Dick Vitale?
Yeah.
Dick Vitale.
The more I listen to you, I'm like,
he's coming to touchdown. And he goes, basketball.
He sounds like Dick Vitale. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yep. This whole time you're talking, I'm like, what is that voice coming from? Like it's not a bad voice to have. That guy made a career on that voice.
Let's get to Sean's view. I like that. See how I did that right there? Let's get to Sean's view on Dana Brooke being released. How about this one, bro?
I hated this one. I'm a big supporter of Dana Brooke. Should have been a one-time women's champion, if not more. Again, I kind of saw the writing on the wall for her getting released. I wasn't shocked by it, but I just think that the WWE really dropped the ball on this one. And, they had her running around with the 24/7 title. That was just a big freaking mess. And, just a lot of wrong things went with her. A lot of, the gimmick. I don't know if you can say she had a gimmick that much. I mean, she had the muscles going on. She used to be, in competitions and everything. And that's all great and well. But I just felt when it came to being in the WWE, Hey, she was doing amazing. I think when they put her on NXT the last several months, I thought she was doing pretty damn good. She was being used. She was wrestling good, put together good matches. I mean, I'm not saying she was a 5-star match, but she was, worth a watch. She was worth your time. And I was kind of sad by her getting released, to be honest with you. And I was, I wish the WWE would add something better for her, but this is another talent that I think the WWE will be bringing back down the line, somewhere down the line.
I agree with that, but I think Dana Brooke's going straight to OnlyFans. Because that's where the money is.
Well, that would work for her. That would definitely get the job done.
She's beautiful. She got a great body, great personality. I think she's going to cash in on that Mandy Rose money. Triple R, what do you think?
I agree with you on that. I think that's what she's doing. I think that's what she's doing.
Man,
I don't think she's going anywhere else. Then again, if she does go somewhere, it's going to be Impact Wrestling. That's it.
Blackwell.
I think we're going to see a lot of her on the indie scenes. I think we're going to see a lot of her at cons. I think this is her opportunity to see. I'm not sure who that is. I think it's an opportunity. I don't know that wrestler. I think it's an opportunity for her to go out there and really make a name for herself. Listen, Dana Brooke has been through the gamut of emotions there. Didn't she lose her husband at one point in time?
Yeah, he died.
Dealt with a death. Dealt with a lot of her personal life was put on there when she went through some mental health crisis. And she went and got cosmetic surgery, and people kind of made fun of her and roasted her for it, and then said she was like her physique and her looks were always under question. She was too big, then she got too small. Like she went through the ringer of emotions from the internet wrestling community, and I've always been a fan of her. I always thought her work ethic was good. And I remember for a while there, people were really, really clamoring to her, saying she was putting on really good main event matches. Like people were really, really rallying for her. And it just, it's tough. It's tough to stand out in the women's division when the 4 horsewomen are just dominating the way they are. And then the Rhea Ripleys of the world come in, and just unfortunately, she just fell down the ladder.
Yeah,
I got a quick point to make, guys.
Go ahead. Sure.
Through all these releases, through all these cuts, through everything, right? Throughout the years, not just now, there's one name that is synonymous with not getting released and not getting cut.
Tamina.
And that man is R-Truth.
Oh, he's 140. He's 146 years old.
I think honestly, what might have saved R-Truth from this cut is an injury. I think there's some type of ramifications if they're like technically like injured. It might be a thing where it's not a good look to release somebody on an injury type deal. So maybe he caught a break. But from what another report that kind of came out too, I believe Sean Ross Sapp said it. He goes, a lot of people are going to get released here, but there's a lot of contracts that are expiring within the next couple months and next couple weeks, and they're just not going to. The reason they weren't released is because they only have a short amount of time left in their contract, and they're just going to let them lapse.
Yeah, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. I think
the same thing happens in AEW. I think there's a lot of contracts that are just going to because TK has already said he's not going to do mass releases. He's not going to fire a bunch of people. He's not going to go about it that way. He just will let people's contracts end, and that'll be the end of it.
Shout out to Big Hirsch TV. I love you, Big Hirsch. You're my brother. I love you forever. Thank you for all your prayers. I love you. I want to say this, guys. I mean, you guys still got a couple minutes because I want to talk about a couple things.
Yeah.
You got time, Sean? Listen, I don't want Sean to miss any breaking news because CM Punk just bought a cigar from the corner store. So I don't want to miss
breaking news. I got to do a video.
Listen, I want to say this. No matter what happens in wrestling with the breaking news and with the releases and with everything, say what you want to say, guys. The wrestling community, in my opinion, is one of the best communities ever. It is the most cohesive and the most what's the word I'm looking for? Dysfunctional
Diverse.
you ever want to meet. It is diverse, but also it's the most bullying community, the most racist, the most loving. It's crazy. You get everything in the wrestling community. That's why the reason why I brought that up is look. You got a guy like Ricky who comes in. You got Blackwell has a different take on everything. Just I don't know what he's talking about sometimes on independency, but I like his view, so I'll bring him in. Sean's view, who's off the deep end, batshit crazy, and you got the 55-year-old veteran that has had a match since 1999, still trying to make this in the business. Where does this happen? Only on YouTube, only in wrestling. It's an honor to be with you guys. Let me ask you guys this. I'm asking you one by one. I'm gonna go to Ricky first. Ricky, if you had to pick anybody, one person right now on the main roster that should be released, who would you pick?
Oh, we can't do that. That's too soon. People are we're talking about someone losing their job. I don't know if I can.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be brash and brazen like Sean, you guys. Okay, give me a break.
Hey, controversy creates cash. Remember that.
So before any of us answer, none of us wish anyone to lose their job, but who are someone that we think that would have, because of maybe they're not being utilized, maybe they're not going about it, or they're not being used properly, is someone that we're still kind of shocked they have a job.
Listen,
let's word it that way. I might be working with some of these people in 6 months. I don't want to.
Michael says tantalizing. Word it a certain way. I might work. You don't care who you offend. I do. I got you. So let me reword it, guys.
You go to cons a lot. Like you're gonna say this. Like I think they should be fired. And in 3 months you're gonna be like, I'm here with my boys.
No. I've learned this. Let me say this very honestly. I was at a con where someone badmouthed me. I am the least scariest guy to be at the con. Like I'm gonna get so much money and so much subscribers, where these 2 Hall of Famers were bashing me. Okay, that's right, bashing me.
Is it at 2,300?
Sending people over to my table, telling me to shut the F up because I'm cutting
promos.
I was there, right? Because I'm cutting promos with Teddy Long and I'm killing it. Because I'm cutting promos with Rich Swann and I'm killing it. Cutting promos with Alpha Jr. and I'm killing it. And these 2 Hall of Famers that say, hey man, tell them to shut up. Why didn't the 2 Hall of Famers come tell me to shut up? So I'm not gonna bite my tongue anymore. It's not getting me anywhere. I'm only at 7,000. I'm trying to get to 10.
You're not saying the names? Say the names. One's a piece of trash anyway.
One is a piece of trash, and we'll just leave it at that. We're not gonna.
They should have stayed in Michigan where they belonged.
I don't know what you're talking about anyway. Anyway,
face like a dog. That one guy.
One person from the main roster that should be let go.
You don't want to lose a job, but you think they may be next.
Karrion Kross.
Ooh, wow! Now let me ask you guys a question, as Ricky explains why. Why, Rick?
I just feel like Karrion Kross, no matter how much they try, is not connecting with the audience. Something about his gimmick is not working. They just recently, a few weeks ago, if anybody caught this or remembers, there was a vignette with Karrion Kross backstage with Scarlett walking around him, and it was like fire behind him. It was like a whole different look for Karrion Kross, like what they were trying to maybe portray a different character for Karrion Kross, and nothing else happened. It was just that one vignette, and we haven't seen Karrion Kross since. So I think they might be on the chopping block.
I think Karrion Kross is saved for one reason and one reason only. I think Karrion Kross was hurt on his career for one reason and one reason only. And unfortunately, someone passed away for that person. I think when they brought Bray in, I think they had too many spooky characters, and they were both in the same show and the same brand, because he came in as a spooky character. Then they re-signed Bray, and then he was kind of like not really spooky, just more heel. And then Bray pushed the paranormal side of things, and now Bray's no longer your paranormal character. I think now this is an opportunity they can lean back in and use Karrion Kross as that paranormal spooky character on the roster.
Steven Chambers agrees with you. What do you think there, Sean?
I agree with what Anthony just said. I really agree with what Blackwell just said. He laid down the groundwork. He just took the words right out of my mouth. But you know, I wouldn't personally choose Karrion Kross. Who I see getting released, as I brought up earlier, is Matt Riddle. All the trouble he's in.
Yeah, you're right.
He's in a lot of trouble.
I forgot about Riddle.
Listen, Riddle is got like 9 lives, man. I mean, like.
And I'll tell you why they're not going to release him. And it's one person that's not.
Hey,
Randy Orton. They got to do that match, so they're not going to release him until that match happens.
And at least Randy Orton is coming back, as he was spotted at the Performance Center, and more breaking news the other day. So
you know what bums me out about that though is that while he was walking in, he was waving, but he was clearly telling them to
don't say, yeah,
please, you don't do this. Like they just ruin it for themselves. Like we all knew. Like once a wrestler says I'm never going to wrestle again, my injury is too bad, they're about 4 months away from coming back.
Yeah, we're going to see Randy at the Royal Rumble. We're gonna see Randy. We'll see Randy at the Royal Rumble,
and he'll probably win the damn thing. So you know,
yeah. I mean, we'll see Mason in Survivor Series as well.
He'll be Final Four, definitely Final Four.
So yeah, Riddle's definitely one that is definitely could be on the chopping block. This one's tough for me because there's Raw is this guy to me. He's on Raw, I believe. He was on NXT. My thing was this. I always believed they brought him up from NXT too quickly. And then when they got him on the main roster, they used him wrong. And that is Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is so talented. He has all the tools. That's not true. He has problems on the mic. And I think that's what
a manager would fix that, though. A manager could fix that, no problem.
Bro.
But we lack managers. We lack managers in the current era. That's the thing I hate about WWE. Where is back in the 80s and the 90s, every damn match they had, there was a manager involved. Now you get nothing. You got Paul Heyman. That's it. Done. You know?
This is why you need a cruiserweight division in the WWE, because you can have the cruiserweight championship for guys like that. And these guys can be entertaining and put on bangers every week in the cruiserweight division. Bring the cruiserweight division back, and you will be able to utilize these smaller guys in an exciting way on the roster.
Listen, my thing with Apollo Crews is this. He came up too quickly. They brought him to the – I don't know why they put him on the main roster, because he could have been NXT champion. He should have been. He should at least been North American champion. Then they brought him back down, and they didn't bury him, but he couldn't get over. I don't know what it is about this kid. He's got a good look. He's got a great smile. His body is great. Everything's great. And you're right. Sean has said it, and this is my issue with WWE. People are like, oh, my God, stop living in the past. The past worked. The Grand Wizard, Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Johnny Valentine. There's so many. Captain Lou Albano. Paul Bearer, Missy Hyatt. Let's go to the valets. Where are the valets?
Yeah.
Where are the valets, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to put them as we don't want to be stereotypical, politically incorrect. But listen, Apollo Crews needs a guy. No lie. People are gonna say like me. No, he needs a white guy like Sean's View that says he's brash, he's brazen, just rambles all day long.
He needs a Harvey Whippleman.
I agree. And look, they need over the top managers. Paul Heyman is a great manager. He's not over the top. He's methodical. He's smart. He's conniving. He's backstabbing. But is he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs every now and then when he sweats like a hog? But other than that, bro, you need a manager that can talk. You need a guy that is so over the top, so eccentric that Apollo Crews don't have to say a word, go in the air, do his moves. And one other thing about Apollo Crews I think is wrong. Too many flippity flips. You're too muscular. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to. You should use that power.
Less is more. Less is more for him.
Yeah. Definitely. Look, we could go.
I didn't get to pick mine.
We don't care about you. Go ahead, Black. I'm just joking, man.
I'm gonna say I don't want them to lose their job, but I think I'm shocked they didn't because they're not being used, and I think they are in the same boat as Ali. Where now that Ali has been released, I think these two would not only benefit from a release, they wouldn't be catering all-stars. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo.
Where's my daughter? Kira. My God, Los Lotharios. I said this to Kira in the car. I said,
they're too young to not be being used, and they're too talented to be sitting catering.
I said Los Lotharios survived? Are you kidding? First of all,
they're about to go to the main. They're about to get used.
These guys are great, number one. I don't care what you guys say. These guys can wrestle. They can go. The flowers, the kisses. Listen, Kira.
I don't know how you don't see Angel and don't see the next Eddie Guerrero.
The best way. Listen, the best way to bring these guys to the main to any legitimate storyline, the main roster. Santos Escobar turns heel on Ray. We know what's happening.
Kira.
Have the two members of the LWO. Have the two members that's with him now stay babyface, and they're just shocked that this is happening. You send these two guys to side with Santos, and you have a 6-man match out of that with everybody. It's great storytelling.
Whatever the case is, which that could work too. But Kira, what did I say in the car about these two? How they survive, right? Where should they go if they're going to be on the team? What group should they be in?
They should replace two guys in LWO.
Exactly. I think that they should they should come in the LWO, kick those two guys out, and release those two jabronis. I'm sorry, I'm keeping it 100. These guys,
you can't really Zema Ion now. Zema Ion from Impact, from TNA back in the days. A lot of people don't realize that's who that is in the LWO. One of the guys,
Carl Williams. I hope I don't. So let me, in case you guys don't know Carl Williams. Carl Williams is a big supporter of my channel. Cash apps me super chats me, the money goes to the channel. I love Carl Williams, but I'm going to show you I'm not afraid. Okay, Carl Williams, you're so wrong about this. Omos is money. Let me tell you something about Omos, okay? I want you guys to go on YouTube or go on Google and I want you to Google Omos and see what he's been through and see how long it took him to get to where he is. Omos is a talent. There's a reason why he's not on TV right now. The dude is a legitimate giant that is a legitimate athlete. Great basketball player from Nigeria. He is so charitable, not to mention the guy has a heart of gold and he can work. You got to realize what they've given him, and he's working hard. I think that if you give Omos a chance, Omos could be the world champion. I think you could put Omos in as the world champion, maybe taking the title from Seth Rollins. Carl Williams, I respect your opinion, but I disagree. I think Omos should stay.
Plus, didn't he have that traumatic brain surgery? Didn't he have some kind of brain surgery, I think, too? I thought.
I honestly don't know. I don't want to break news that I don't know, but that could be true.
He overcame that. He's overcome a lot of crap in his life, and he stood tall, literally tall. And I think, again, here's another guy that, now MVP's with him. I like the fact, because we know he's not a good talker, and this guy obviously doesn't have to do no flips and dives. He just sticks to what he does, and I agree with you, Tony. I think this guy has all the tools to get the job done, and I do see him becoming a future WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I do see it.
What do you think there, Blackwell?
I don't know about world champion, but I think he's going to be he could be a major player in the company. Like I said, you don't release two other, monsters in the company if you don't feel you have stock in one that's sitting in the wings. And I think that there's a reason Braun's not being put on TV for whatever reason it may be, whether it's because once you push one big guy, the other big guy has to show up too. And it's very rare for a company to have that many big guys at one time, but it's one of those oversaturated things that you can't do. But Omos has the praise of a lot of dudes, a lot of people backstage, whether the way he carries himself and the way he does things. For AJ Styles to see you and be like, "Yo, put this guy with me, we'll make it work." That says a lot. Like when very talented people are saying, they're the ones requesting, not management saying, "Oh, we're going to put these two together." When they're saying, "Give me that person," when Taker is saying, "Work with this guy," but the same thing has happened so many times with big guys. Oh, you're big? Cool. Go to the Performance Center. All right. How is he doing? He's not doing that great, but he's big. Get him in the ring. Then they fall apart because they don't have that time. I think that might have happened early on with him, where they're like, he's big, get eyes on him. And then they realize he can do it, but he needs more. So instead of wasting him and letting him fall to the wayside on TV in front of a live audience, let's put him backstage. Let's get him more work. Let's get him more stuff. And then we'll bring him back when he's a little more polished. He's still young too, right? Like he's
very young, bro. Number one, great takes on what you said. You said something earlier about him not being having to talk. Let me tell you guys something now. The guy can talk. Just so you guys know, very intelligent. I said this is from SummerSlam. Sat down. This is the second day we talked. Night one that I met him, Kira and I went over to him just to shake his hand. Look, I'm old school. I used to wrestle, Sean. In case you don't know, I show respect to the wrestlers. I went over to him. I called him by his real name. Just want to tell you thank you for all you do. Appreciate it. Walked away, grabs my hand, got a hammock. His hand's the size of freaking Mount Vesuvius. It's massive. He goes, "Man, come here. Sit down, man. Sit down." I sit down with the guy. He said, "What are you doing here? What's your deal? I've been seeing you walk around, been seeing you talk to people." Gave him my whole shtick. Introduced me to this guy, Armand Sadler from WWE 2K. These guys have been taking care of me, real good people. He said, "Yo, anything you need, hit me up." Just so you guys know, I have his information. I keep it to myself. This guy he's ready. Omos is ready, guys. If you think he's not, you're wrong. If you know where this guy came from in Nigeria and what he's been through, you would not want this guy released. This guy is salt of the earth, will give you the shirt off his back. I will put this guy over to the day I die. I don't care how good he can wrestle. Guys, he don't got Andre the Giant could not wrestle, guys. God rest his soul. Andre the Giant couldn't wrestle, but he had that presence in the ring, that ominous presence that made you say, "Oh my goodness, look at this big man." Omos, I'm sorry.
I think it's a stretch to say Andre couldn't wrestle.
Listen,
towards the end of his career, physically he couldn't wrestle, but Andre knew what he was doing in the ring.
No, he could.
He could throw a drop kick. I remember he threw a drop kick. I remember.
Andre was like a ring general. He knew how to structure a match.
I meant technically is what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't mean
when you're a big guy, you shouldn't be technical.
Right,
As a big guy, you should be in control of the match.
Exactly. But all I'm saying is this: is that people give Omos a hard time, and honestly, I think there's no. You're good, Carl. If that's your opinion, you're entitled, bro. I love you. Listen, that's what's great about this channel. You can disagree, and we still can be friends and love each other, and you can still send super chats. It's fine with me, bro. Don't cut me off. No, but I just know personally that what he's been through, and the guy works so freaking hard. He works every house show. He does so much ambassadorship. I'll put this guy over any time, man. I'm just saying.
That's why Titus isn't going anywhere, because not only was he a great in-ring person, like not great, but he can get by in ring, but he's a good backstage hand, and he does the things that people don't see when the cameras aren't on him, and that's why Titus is still employed.
Humble 85 with a comment. Why can't Omos dethrone Gunther for the IC title?
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be a hell of a thing. That would put him over huge.
Yeah.
Personally, I think where Omos is right now and the IC title where it is right now, I think it's really become the work rate title again. And I think putting it on a big man like Omos I would say US title.
I agree. I think the IC title is Gable's to lose. If Gable can stay healthy, he's gonna get good. Ricky, I'm sorry, bro.
No. Going to what Carl Williams is saying and what I was telling you at the beginning of the show about what I had to say. Endeavor released a statement earlier today saying that Vince McMahon is potentially a risk for their company due to him being a huge liability with all his negativity and all his actions.
Where's this at? Let me break this news.
Check online.
It was.
I broke the news. I broke the news. It's legitimate.
Go ahead, Sean. Let it
go. Vince got carnied. Yo, they literally were like, Vince, we love you. No, you come back, Vince. You get back. We're putting you on the board. And then the paperwork was signed and everything went through. And now TKO's like, maybe you should go.
Now they're going to get rid of him. They said they're going to remove him. That's what the report said.
They said they're going to be forced to remove him because he's bringing too much negative. He said in a meeting that he needed, this is quoted in Vince McMahon coming from a meeting with Endeavor. He said the reason he was coming back is because while he was away, when he got into that scandal and he supposedly left and retired, that the company was stagnant and it was not making any profit. The company has been making record numbers of views, of subscribers buy rates, merchandise. Everything is up right now. Attendance is up. There's sellouts everywhere. And that's when they said this guy has really lost his damn mind.
Out of touch.
He sold the company. The company should have been left to the kids, to the grandkids, and the company's left to a friend or to somebody else that has nothing to do with the family.
And now Stephanie McMahon and Linda McMahon are nowhere to be found. They're gone. See you later.
Let me tell you something. The key to this whole thing is Nick Khan. Nick Khan knows what he's doing. And now they're shining the light on Vince that he's really delusional with what he's thinking. If he's saying that, because there's no way that you can't say the man is not. I think it's just time for him to go. And they don't want him to sour on the product. And I don't think
Khan's going to be around much longer either. Khan's essentially like the way Khan works is he comes into a company, turns it around, sells it, and then moves on to the next company. Yeah. That's the Khan's blue. That's what his job was to do. And I think Khan did that.
And it's over now, right? Yeah.
Khan got the bag. And now he's
maybe now all of this is happening. Maybe Khan leaves and here comes Stephanie again.
I hope, because they need somebody.
No, I personally think, just my take, I think now that Vince is gone, I think if I'm TKO, it may be a horrible hot take, but if the McMahon name is soiled right now, and once Vince is either gone, and no one knows, when Vince is officially gone and he's not looming over the company, the stories are going to waterfall out about him because everyone's keeping the mouth shut because he still has a little bit of power and because he's still Vince McMahon, and everyone's like, well, what if? Once that nail is hammered on that casket, and that nail is hammered, whether it be figuratively or whatever, people are going to start talking because the only reason they're not is for protection reasons. But you think Dark Side of the Ring is crazy? Wait till the Vince McMahon story comes out. And now with TKO, bringing Stephanie in and bringing Shane in, they are going to remove the McMahon name if they know what's right, it's smart for them.
It's gonna be a whole new brand. I think it's gonna be a whole new name. Yeah.
I agree. Let me read this. McMahon's membership on our board could expose us to negative publicity and or have other adverse financial and operational impacts on our business. His membership also may result in additional scrutiny or otherwise exacerbate the other risks described herein. Any of these outcomes could directly or indirectly have adverse financial and operational impacts on our business. Guys,
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's
Listen,
done.
they're
There's
talking
not-
about their
You're
money.
not stopping no money.
They're not,
That's it.
bro. Get ready for the breaking news from Sean's view.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is one of the members of the TKO board said we should bring Test back. Just saying, that's a bad take too. One of the new people who are running this company, like, yo, we should bring Test back. I remember watching him. That guy was good. Like, he's no longer with us.
Look, this was genius. Like you said, that Vince got carnied because Vince figured he's going to get this $9.1 billion,
Get power back and do everything he wants to do.
give him the power because he had most.
As long as they had that 1% over him, 50 to 51, the power was no longer in his court. Now they go, bye bye.
Yep.
So
board vote, everyone on board.
His best friend in Endeavor played him. That's what happened.
Let me read this.
He got
They knew
carned.
there was
Kicking
no
his
way
ass
you
right
were
now.
gonna-
He's kicking his own ass. I can guarantee it.
Bro,
Dana White's sitting back like this right now. Got him.
let me read this to you guys. At the time of the market's closing, McMahon's $28.8 million TKO shares were valued at $3 billion. TKO's registration plan was revealed in an SEC filing from last month, which specifically stated that two other TKO executives, apart from Vince McMahon, will be selling stockholders in this offering, giving the WWE boss the flexibility with his shares. That being said, blah, 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 the heat on one of pro wrestling's most controversial personalities still hasn't died down as he was served with a grand jury subpoena in July, but the feds have yet to charge him with the crime. I'll tell you why that is. Sometimes when companies are big,
He was
like
rated.
that,
Vince was rated.
but they don't want this. They don't want to be accused of WWE stock tanking because of them. So they're letting the merger go through. That means they've got the goods on Vince McMahon. Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked if some of our political things that are happening right now in our country and Vince isn't tied to that somehow.
But they told him.
I second that. I second that opinion.
When he went to court, people forget that they told him, yo, stay away. Leave it alone. But he had to find a way to go back, so they let him hang himself. Okay, go ahead. We're going to watch what he does. Oh, yeah, Vince is in creative. Vince is this. Vince is that. They have people on the inside.
When you're being indicted, you should not be on TV.
At all.
You should not be speaking.
He thought he was smart by doing that, going on TV with John Cena and all that when he was in that truck. that was not a good look. Not a good look.
And listen, we're not taking away anything from Vince McMahon is the business, right?
Oh, no,
He
definitely.
created all of this sports entertainment, right? We're not getting, but what we're saying is everybody has their time. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy looks like a creep, man. This guy looks crazy. Is this a porn pic? Listen, this guy.
He looks like a Pepe Le Pew as a human being.
He's got to listen. This guy, Vince McMahon, we're not taking anything away from what he's done for the business.
No.
I want people to understand that because I think some people like to see, especially online, when you're having a conversation or a debate, that people think because you're saying something about that person's whatever's going on that you're hating on them or you're taking no.
It's going to get to a point, though, where these stories are going to come out and they're going to be so damning. It's going to be hard to give him credit for any positive things he's done.
Let's just say a comment here. Remember this, guys. We are not saying
alleged. Everything's alleged.
Yes.
We're not saying anything about Vince's guilt or innocence. This is just what's being reported. This is stuff that we're reading. I have no skin in this game. I have no problem with Vince and Kenny McMahon. Guys, it's just what we're reporting. It's not our opinion. It's what's in the dirt sheets and the brash, the brains. Yes. Guys, listen. We can
the emails, the fan mails.
Yes. Where are the emails, by the way? Anyway, ask Hillary. Let me just say this. Let me say this, guys. They're
in Trump's bathroom.
Quiet. We can have this. we can have this conversation on another night. I just want to close this out, guys. First of all the releases, you guys knew them. In case you didn't, I'll just go through them really quick. We'll just look at them. We're not gonna go in depth on how many release, who they were. But in case you didn't know, here's the pictures of them really quick. As soon as I can get to the actual photo. Sorry, my gosh. Okay, here we go. I got Ricky's pictures in and everything. What's going on here? Here we go. All right. Real quick. Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Elias.
Yo, real quick. Did you see what Elias said?
No.
That he was Ezekiel this whole time.
Oh my God. Is that breaking news?
That he legit said it. That wasn't his brother. That was not his brother.
Wait, guys.
What?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now, are you sure about this, man?
Yeah, it's on Twitter. He put it on Twitter.
No way, bro. Come on,
he
right
said
there.
that. That's what I'm saying. That photo evidence doesn't lie, but these deep fakes are crazy. He said on Twitter after his release, and he went through all of his accomplishments, and he said, playing myself and playing Zeke was great. He this whole time he got us.
My God, I've been swerved. My goodness.
Russo swerved. Russo
I'm
swerved.
ready to go. I got to get up at 5 in the morning.
Good on you. Guys, Madcap Moss is gone. Aliyah, Boogs.
Is that Trish Stratus they released?
I don't know. Shanky, what a shame. Guys, come on.
Come on.
No.
Hold on. One
Mabel,
time.
Mabel gone.
Mabel.
Guys, the releases were deep. They weren't devastating, with the exception of Ziggler. Before we go, real quick.
All right.
Real quick. Ricky, are there more to come?
This is more to come.
Blackwell, are there more releases to come?
Yeah, if not releases, there's going to be a lot of contracts not being renewed.
Sean's view?
100%. Sadly and unfortunately, yes, there is more to come. We have not seen the last of this, and it's probably going to get worse before better, to be honest with you.
There was a lot of releases on the UFC side as well.
Was there?
Yes.
Today?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, guys, in case you don't know how to find Sean's view, here is his link right here. Here's his channel. Sean, let me ask you a question. Do you know my catchphrase at the end? Do you know what I say at the end of the show?
No.
I say, do what I do best, and that's
hail Satan.
And that's no, we don't do that. We don't hail Satan. I say, do what I do best, and then you say, stay tantalizing. Okay. So
right.
you're gonna check Sean's view, guys. There's a link, guys. Check it out. Guys, want to thank you for coming tonight. Guys, watch Sean's view, watch Blackwell. You're not to find everybody, but we're gonna let Sean take us out. I'm gonna say, do I do best? You'll say, stay tantalizing. You got it? All right, guys, that's it. Ravish Rick Ramon, I love you. Thank you, my brother. Don't forget to subscribe to Sean's View and Anthony Blackwell. The guy's awesome. All of Anthony's links are in every one of my description. It's already copy and pasted. Just check it. Guys, it's been a great night. Releases all around. The brash, the brazen, the unapologetic, the dirt sheets, the fan.
Thanks for
mail,
wearing my cousin's t-shirt, too. I appreciate that.
You wore his cousin's t-shirt. And Sean, I want to thank you for coming in. You always have an open invitation. Don't leave after the show. We'll talk backstage. Man, listen, guys, you know me. I'm Tantalizing Tony, your one and only YouTube champion, the leader of the nation, Tantalization. Guys, I love you. Hug your family members because not promise tomorrow. Pray every day. We got to make today. And as always, do what you do best. And that's what, Sean? Stay what?
Stay tantalizing.
What he said. Let's freaking go, baby. We're out of here. We're out of here. Where's my, we out of here. Where is it? Yeah, where's my outro? There it is. Do what I do best, and that's
Stay tantalizing. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
It's true. It's true.
What's up? It's Adam Scherer. Remember, stay tantalizing.